Can hear it in the building as they get ready for deep
the offensive glass as much as possible.
Washington and traveled last night. They're without Cade Cunningham, so Danis, Jacob Thompson, Tobias Harris, and Jalen Duren for Detroit at 50 wins, 25-8 in this building. Tobias Harris, cold-blooded scorer, but Guy Santos
kept it from going to the middle. That is the coverage, the game plan coverage you're looking for. No mistakes.
Jamski and Melton, Guy Santos, Draymond, and Porzingis. And DeAnthony Melton, you're going to get fouled against this team. Get to the line right away.
They're 30th there, and you just get a great cut in there. As soon as your man turns their head and they're ball watching, you go.
Bickerstaff would say, are we 30th in fouls? He's done a great job here in Detroit.
Well, I was so sad to say, don't let anything steal your joy. And that's kind of their mentality, all the adversity they faced. For the Warriors, too. They faced a ton of adversity. Coach Kerr has been tested when it comes to keeping his joy, but great attitude on both sides. It's opportunity time for guys like Jenkins.
Jenkins missed everything, and Draymond, I use Cade Cunningham's grandma's thought when I work with you. I don't let anyone steal my joy.
Well, it's Jamie Bickerstaff's grandma, but I'm sure his grandma had some great sayings, too.
I was talking to Cade's grandma, all right? But Jamski driving, flipping it up and out. You saw Duren protect the Thompson headed the other way. Jenkins saved the turnover. Duncan Robinson cannot leave him from the three-point line. And Guy Santos is right there to contest that three. Anthony Melton bombing in a three. The Warriors have struggled so mightily from distance as of late. They're going to break.
Wasn't close enough. Rise up and shoot it with confidence.
Tobias Harris flipping it up and in. Throughout his career, no matter where he's up with the turnover, Duren running over Draymond, and that'll be an offensive foul, and that's a business decision right there to take that charge.
Respect, Draymond. You made up for it for the team. That is a tone-setting defensive play for Draymond Green.
Yeah, Duren goes 6'10", 250. Duncan Robinson side. Sarn Thompson wants to attack the rim. Went with the left hand, couldn't finish. Draymond, the rebound in motion. He's thrown two away now. This team is so good defensively, you got to get shots on goal. Duren with the good catch, and Tobias Harris will back it out. Duncan Robinson on Porzingis, and he will pick up
is that they can control with effort and trying to bring the physicality. They do those things offensively. And it's really tough to be great offense. Have to go up against a set defense the whole night. That first back cut, he was trying to get it to Guy Santos. As Duncan Robinson missed the free throw. They had him set it that Guy Santos was going to be able to shoot Duncan Robinson, but Duncan Robinson, give him credit. People try to go at him. He's got another turnover here.
So 3 turnovers to play without him.
That's the last thing the Warriors need.
Robinson cutting back door.
That's a goal set.
Should have been and hit the backboard. The Warriors caught a break there. Anthony Melton, tough take, and you saw Detroit defend the rim.
Well, Jalen Duren's not going to back down. He went straight up.
Now the next dead ball, that should have been a goaltend. Count the basket. Yeah, you can play on from there, but we're still rewarding that team with a basket.
That and revamp the 65-game thing, because Cade Cunningham not being on first all-team All-NBA and having a chance to be an MVP candidate, that's going to rub people wrong way. He played 61 games. He's been amazing.
Porzingis for 3, off iron there. Does any team?
Nah. I mean, this is the current version of the Bad Boy Pistons.
Jenkins is fouled.
The modern-day version of him. And Jenkins, what a story he is. I mean, signed a 2-way contract, got it converted. He's been
with the final year at St. John's. Duren down the lane. GP2 got a lot of the ball there. And they're going to call the foul on Gary. And that will put Duren at the line.
But Duren got his body fat down this summer, got his strength and go. And I remember I said he's worked on his ball handling, because JB Bickerstaff is like, you know what, we want you to
bring through free throwing. Averaging 19 and 10, Jalen Duren. He's becoming a star. Great cut without the ball by DeAnthony Melton, and a nice finish.
So they think that he's going to come off the split action. Juked him. I couldn't keep his man, his body in between him and the basket. That was nice.
Porzingis and Draymond combined. Draymond couldn't quite save it on the sideline.
Oh, we got drink spillage over there. Oh no. Draymond Green, he's home.
Line.
Yeah, blue collar. get things done here. The more people, the better.
So the Pistons 7, D'Anthony Melton 7. Shot clock at 3. This is where you want Ausar Thompson to live.
And he's still give him a drive.
He's a 27% three-point shooter. GP2 inside, and you see Durham turn him away. Draymond for 3. Battled that out, but Gary keeping it alive. Payton nearly had the save, but stepped on the sideline.
Another. It's like that can take a while. You got a lot of stoppage.
Say what cities would have done the slowest.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go in on any city.
Keith Santos is back on the bench. That's a good sign. Ausar Thompson on the turnaround in the lane. Very dangerous outside. You can see the pressure level of the Pistons defense. Shot clock at 9. Melton a very deep 3. Draymond the offensive rebound, extra opportunity. Anthony Melton continues to attack and continues to score. Pistons 9.
His glass. Draymond shot in there. Give it to D'Anthony Melton.
Tobias Harris, head of the key 3. Jamski running it back up, a made basket. Melton getting inside and couldn't been getting there. Tobias and Durham hammering that down, and Steve Kerr going to use a timeout.
Well, you like him drifting to his right. Tobias Harris there. Jenkins, Tobias Harris, Karis LeVert coming in off the bench. Ron Holland. They got a lot of guys who are going to embrace this challenge.
Yeah, GP2 ball. Pat Spencer's first playing time. Skip past Keith Santos and little sidestep 3 to beat the buzzer. So the Warriors, after Melton made the first one.
I'm just happy to see Keith Santos back.
Tobias, and good recovery by Draymond Green, and Pat Spencer came back for that rebound.
Give your body up for the sake of your team to get those rebounds. Pat Spencer's willing to do it.
Can anyone not name D'Anthony Melton score? Pat Spencer says yes.
You see the pump fake there, the patience when he got it. Instead of turning it over, let me try to make something happen myself and drive it in here.
Jenkins getting all the way to the rim.
And there's that speed.
This is definitely a March Madness type game. You're the Warriors. You're the significant underdog. You're playing the beast of the East. GP2 was pulled down and fouled. Ron Holland the other way, and that is a goaltend.
So some of the mistakes, being able to exploit switches that you can do, so taking care of the ball is going to be paramount.
Cycling around to Will Richard, just came off the bench and put it in the bucket. Will has been struggling for
even a team as good as this defensively, they're going to have a tough time keeping up with that.
Karis LeVert, what a great handler, what a great driver, and a cold-blooded scorer, got all the way to the rim.
I'm telling you, he's looking to do the collective thing. No one person is going to make up for what Cunningham does.
High screen roll with Yurt 7. No quick post tonight. Keith Santos having that blocked out of bounds, but appeared to. Well, this is a tough matchup for Draymond. He's got Jalen Duren. They're going to play Draymond as a small ball 5 here.
Now you just got to take care of the ball, which the Warriors did not do.
Stepkins.
7 in the first quarter, now 8.
Playing with Duren. Get Holland inside. Javonte Green will launch the 3. And I tell you, the Warriors.
You collapsed on everybody in the middle. Whoever flashes in there, Warriors did that, and then leave the shooters they want to shoot threes open.
But Jamski just batted that to Cryer. That was going to be another turnover, and
this one is.
These turnovers leading to buckets on the other. That in to GP2.
And Warriors aren't settling for the 3 ball. Even though they've hit 4 of 9, they're looking to drive as much as possible. Show and go. So you want to keep that mentality up.
Step back threes do not work. But Jalen Duren, even a missed 3, becomes a basket. LJ Cryer. Green recovered. Cryer buries another 3. So LJ, it is fun to watch him shoot a hamstring, so they got to be careful.
Anytime a defender goes under his ball screen, he's going to let it fly.
Danish Jenkins will pick up the foul on Keith Santos.
You know who you look like there? We were talking about him the other way, D. Wade. On his pick and roll. You know, like the side. But, man, he is shifty.
That is a great call, Katie. Yeah, Dwayne Will.
One of the most impressive things that I thought was with this team throughout the season. They're 9-2 in the second game of back-to-backs.
Yeah.
They have a sense of urgency with Kate Cunningham going down, so that might fuel them a little bit.
Pajemski hides behind the Draymond screen, and how about the Warriors? 6 of 11 on threes.
I think I'm going to give you credit. I think.
Well, still early. Jenkins cycling around. Levert's got an open three. Jalen Durham just finding him and rebounding against him is easier said than done. He's already got 10 points.
And the Warriors have bodies on him. Oh, he turned it over.
GP2 had ruled.
Of course.
Jake Cryer's hit a couple threes. He's got Detroit's attention. Draymond that high screen. Another three on the way, and there it is. LJ Cryer paying dividends. He was big in March last year.
Del Curry set shot footage on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm for a while just kept sending me Del Curry, but I just wanted to figure out how he did that. He was so good at that set shot three.
LJ Cryer, he also was drafted in the MLB. He could have been a baseball player. That's what a great athlete he was. Jenkins from the elbow.
See, that's one of those ball screens that's...
Well, he wanted Cryer shooting 2 free throws.
He's going crazy right now on the officials. That's a turn.
Pajemski is fouled.
Yeah, he was wanting a foul. And Tyler Hansel tonight with JB Bickerstaff and Coach Kerr both going at him. Sometimes you got to play through some contact. You know it's going to come. You're not surprised by it.
Melton's got 11. Chaz Lanier checking in. Jenkins calling his own number again. Off back iron. Melton back for the rebound in a cream-colored jersey. He's got to get to the glass against this Pistons team.
And they're doing a good job.
Melton an open three. Draymond does that with Steph and has for 4.
Just takes advantage of his guy cheating off of him, sagging off him so much. So set a handoff screen. Whoever you set the screen for is going to have some space off there. D'Anthony Melton found that out.
Here back to Holland. Thought about that three. Basketball, Paul winds up and misses the three. Good box out, Pat Spencer initially, and just pep ball to Guy Santos. Every possession critical against a team as good as Detroit.
And even though Paul Reed is 37% from three-point range, Warriors are going to hit. We're just going to live with some of this. We're going to clog up the paint.
Melton missed that three short.
Because you've done that. You've done a great job keeping them to one shot most of the time here.
Tobias Harris. Going to work on Melton. Porzingis was stunting behind him. Jenkins driving. Porzingis is there again. Shot clock at 5. Danis Jenkins, what a nice finish there.
He did an amazing job just not trapped. Somehow he has the body control and the pivot game to get himself out of jail.
One taken away. And dug down. I'll tell you, they take it from you and finish on the other end. Paul Reed with
He scored 9 points on that. They forced 10 and only scored 7.
Porzingis missing that three. Tobias Harris the rebound. You're in the game. That's the first thing against an elite team. They were never in that Celtics game.
You're leading.
Tobias Harris putting in the free throw line jumper, and Steve Kerr going to take the timeout. Galena said it. You're still on top midway through the second quarter. Every level.
I'm sure he's got a lot of friends here outside of the Warriors. He roots for the Pistons, and understandably so.
Porzingis on Tobias Harris. Shot over him, it just flat a little bit.
Anytime Porzingis gets an ISO, you're going great news.
Paul Reed. Okay, now this is what I'm wondering, the free arm. Now it's allowed in the league now, but it's something they have to talk about.
It wasn't egregious enough. It used a lot of shoulder too, so if you could be subtle about it, use more shoulder, don't drop your shoulder. There you go.
Oh, what a pass. Pat Spencer to GP2.
Yeah, his defender Jenkins just got caught ball watching and he cutting at the right time.
Yeah, Gary, 6 straight games in double figures. 8 is his career best. Duncan Robinson on the mid-range.
He's moving without the ball.
It's been good basketball.
Oh, Warriors, you're ahead because of your three-point shooting.
Porzingis missing that three.
And their lack thereof. Now you're 8 for 16.
And just Porzingis' length saved the basket there. If they keep it tucked to the shoulder, it's where the free arm becomes kind of warding the defender off.
Yeah, I'm good with a no call there.
Sar Thompson, that one flat. Draymond comes back for the work defensively tonight. That's Spencer and Pajemski. Pods in on Duncan Robinson. I tell you, Brandon is doing a good job. Make sure there's contact, then worry about shooting the ball.
Yeah, find it. Make him foul you. And Duncan Robinson
free throws courtesy of Waymo.
Pod give?
Right.
What is my line? You know what I mean? Like, he's going to say, I kept my line, but the officials are like, no, you went into his line.
Paul Reed. Basketball, Paul's coming alive for shooting. But deflected back, and it's going to be a backcourt violation on the Warriors.
When it comes to rebounds.
Yeah, you've had Guy Santos banged up, and now Porzingis back in the locker room, and you have enough bodies. It's going to be the question. Sar Thompson sucking up that space, and Draymond knocked it away. Warriors' compete level has never been questioned. They're going to battle you no matter who is available in a jersey. Shot clock at 9. GP2. Melton sensing a seam down the lane, and Reed defended the rim. Dribble, good job by Podziemski to slow down that Pistons break. Now Harris looking to find Reed on the roll. Step around, and Draymond made that a very difficult shot. Duncan Robinson, they run him off the line initially. Reload, missed the three. Podziemski. Now Robinson an open three. He doesn't miss those.
Yeah, the basketball gods were going to make you pay for that one.